Hey folks, how y'all doing out there? Welcome to my barbecue cooking show. Got me some new and improved cooking gloves here. This is for my cast iron manipulation. I got a lot of wind out here. Hopefully this is blocking the wind on this microphone the way I got it mounted here. Shout out to my buddy Josh. Thank you very much, man. Because basically my gloves, they're still good gloves, the other ones I got, but they're not good enough to handle cast iron. Hey, butter rope, let me relocate you over here with your sister, man. Come over here. I sure can. Just use it like that. But these gloves right here, you can feel them. They're like that silicone. What you can grab a hot cast iron skillet with these and I'll feel nothing. I haven't tested them yet, but I trust my buddy. So shout out to you, man. Thank you very much. Okay, first thing, babies, can you babies play over here on this side? Because your father's about to fire this thing up. Folks, old single dad up here. I'm watching the children. I'm filming, I'm talking to y'all fine folks out there. I'm doing all this work. Where is the Filipino wife and mother? She claims she's downstairs prepping the wings. That's what she claims. But as you can clearly see, I always do most of the work around here, right? I got Maria Mercedes here. She's sitting in the camp chair, assisting with watching Forrest G. Hey, buddy rope. He gets excited. He likes to jump around. And I'll tell you really what he wants. He wants my pipe over there. He likes things that'll dangle or rock back and forth. And so he likes, see how that pipe's rocking back and forth? He's fascinated by that. So, anyhow, if you're just joining me on my show, my son is autistic, so certain things like that, you know, he just sit there and likes to do things. Whoa! What did he just throw off the top ropes of from up here? What was that? Okay. Whoa! There goes a pink one. So we got an orange ball and a pink ball just went over the rail. Now everybody relax. There's a distance between here and the street, so it's falling down into our own yard. The only person down there who could potentially get hit would be Big Pumpkin. And I don't think that a plastic ball is going to do any damage to her thick head. I really don't. Might knock some sense into her. Got the charcoal chimney basically preloaded here. I need to throw some more charcoal in the top. I tell you, you know, in America, well, at least I did, folks. I'm a 15, almost 20-year like caveman from American society. I used to buy bags of Kingsford charcoal, you know, that self-lighting shit that was just permeated with lighter fluid. This charcoal here ain't got nothing on it. It's just charcoal. So there's no match light. You got to start it in a charcoal chimney like I'm doing here. And it's too easy as long as a couple of parameters are met. Parameter number one, your charcoal needs to be dry. And this is pretty dry. The stuff I had my last cook had been sitting out here and got wet. This is pretty dry. You got to get some decent paper. Equivalent of 2 to 3 sheets of notebook paper is really all you need. It'll get this thing going. The key, patience. That's what I always talk about. It's a problem with Big Pumpkin. She has zero patience when it comes to anything cooking related. And so what she wants to do is fan it or sneak some plastic in there. Here in the Philippines, they'll cut up plastic bottles or pieces of plastic, and that's what they'll use to get the charcoal started. you've seen all our camping videos or the village videos. I have to watch them to make sure they don't put plastic in my charcoal chimney or my grill, or I just don't want the plastic taste on my meat. They don't care. That's how they get it going. I think one video is pretty cool where Tai like cut up the cap to a plastic bottle, and the way he cut it up or pulled it off, you know, the rim around the plastic bottle top, he like lit it like a fuse. Basically got his grill started with one plastic bottle top. Village survival skills. So again, folks, you know, 50% of our viewers are first-time viewers. You've never been here before, and I get the same question, so I'll just take a quick time to answer it. This grill's by Barrel Pro. It's made here in the Philippines, just north of Manila, just outside Manila. It's not made in China. So Barrel Pro, this is the Home Pro Griller. It's a smaller grill, great for balconies and patios like this. All of our other grills have been smoker grills, but what we realized was we don't smoke meat too often, and really the Filipinos don't like to smoke meat. They say it tastes too smoky. So we just went with the smaller one this time because all we do is barbecue. And as you can see, it is a windy day out here, but the good Lord is taking that off into the sunset. The smoke from the barbecue grill is riding off into the sunset. Maybe that's the thumbnail. The pipe's a little stopped up. There you go, right there. Yeah, so nobody to be too concerned about the children. Most of the smoke is going that way. If they start getting smoked out, I just send them inside. Anyhow, folks, welcome to this little informal hangout barbecue show. I just realized I got 80s music playing in the background. YouTube gonna take all my money on this one, but it just has to be that way sometimes. They really got to come up with a better system on the copyright, where, you know, picks up music in the background. There's 10 seconds of music in the background, you'll get a copyright claim, not a strike, but you'll get a claim. And sometimes they say it's sharing. There ain't no sharing. They give all the money. All the money goes to the copyright claimant. You get nothing. Sometimes your video gets blocked. Alright. We got Big Pumpkin coming out here with the chicken wings and the sauce. Now, baby, don't drop the sauce up here. That stuff's expensive. And as usual, she's wasted too much sauce and made too much sauce. Well, baby, can you...
This is live?
No, we're not live. Hold up the chicken wings and show them the chicken wings for me, though. Show them what you're working with, since you got nice sunlight. Is that a kilo of wings right there?
10 pieces.
10 pieces? Is that a kilo or less or more? What is that?
I think more.
Okay, so I think I told the dude, hey man, give me 500 pesos worth of chicken wings. Hey, baby, can I get one of my chalices up here to drink my water in? I just can't seem to drink out of that big jug while I'm filming an award-winning cooking show. I don't think it's unreasonable to ask for that piece of equipment. Just my chalice, a glass to drink out of. Folks, hey boy, over here out of that smoke, man. He loves the smoke till he's fascinated by it. Sun's going down right here. Now if I point the camera at the sun, that's not good for the videography. But you know what? Now look, this ain't the view of the bait shack. The bait shack views are majestic. Y'all saw it. Go back and look at those videos. Every night the whole sky just lights up, just a red, orange, sometimes blues, purples, looking out across that water. The view of the mango tree is not exactly the bait shack, but I do have a sunset. I do have the sun setting. I do have trees, mango trees, sort of private up here because there's nobody this way, that way. So I got a little private corner here. I tell you, if you're gonna buy a place anywhere in the world, now can you pour me some water? You can do that for me, sweetie. You're gonna buy a place anywhere in the world, you gotta have your balcony. Some type of balcony or deck. It ain't gotta be big. It ain't gotta be huge. But there's a huge difference of having like a ground floor patio or a balcony, at least one floor up. I talked about it before. It just gets rid of all the bugs, the ants, all the critters and stuff that bother you if you get one floor up. And everybody's just closer, and it brings the socializing to a focus where if you're downstairs, people are going here, over here, there's too much space. It really screws with the socialization. So a balcony, which everybody's just sitting here, the only reason to leave is go to the bathroom or pick up more drinks or whatever, but the focus is here. Here you go. Sweetie. Yeah, y'all down there having a tea party and I'm up here dying of thirst. Y'all got the water down there. Okay, can you hand Papa that chalice? Okay, thank you very much. There we go, folks. Drinking a nice cold glass of bubbly. Oh yeah, that's some good H2O when you're standing next to a barbecue grill. Now Maria, you're gonna have to keep brother over there in the chair. Get your that's her job, is watch Forrest G. Her job is to watch her brother, and she serves that function a lot. But sometimes Forrest G is not exactly the most cooperative at times. But like, he feels comfortable obviously around his sister. So like if we put him in the bedroom and turn the TV and the aircon on, he'll sit right next to her and watch TV. Not too difficult, right? And if he starts getting rowdy, whatever, she just calls for us and we help out. But a lot of times they just watch TV. He sits right beside her. It allows me to do what I got to do. Allows the old lady to get down in the kitchen, do some work. So, sweetie, we certainly appreciate everything you do, taking care of brother. Okay? You're a very good sister, and I think to your brother, he's lucky to have you. But sometimes he likes to be naughty, right?
He is naughty.
Not all the time. She says he's naughty. Not all the time. But yeah, some of the time. Who isn't? All right, folks. Man, that sun is just beautiful. I talk about the weather here in the Philippines right now. I know that it's cold over there in America. The weather here is cool and sunny, but warm during the day, but cool, chilly, almost to the point of cold at night. Hey, you get over here, man. Now what I do, I gotta pull this grate out here. Yeah, hold on to him, sweetie, while Papa manipulates the heat here. Put that guy over there. Pull out the top grate. Now see this drawer, just knock some of the coals out. This drawer is a champion. Easy clean out. And I just use it to set the charcoal chimney on there because it balances and the wind just comes through. Now look, when you get done with this thing, it's obviously going to be hot as blue blazes. And what you want to do is hide it over there. There's a ball right there. Hide it over there away from anybody so they don't accidentally rub up against it or step on it. Put me another few pieces in here. charcoal chimney actually didn't have that much charcoal in it. I wasn't paying too much attention. Sometimes that happens when you're filming trying to narrate your cooking show. You go back and look at the footage and you're like, what the hell was I doing? I didn't put enough charcoal. I forgot 3 wings. You know what I mean? All right, so put a little bit more on there. Hold on to him. We were staying at this apartment. Y'all have to go back through our videos and check it out. But we were living in this apartment here in Angeles City up on the 2nd deck. Wonderful little apartment. I think the rent on the place was $12K. Go back and check it out. A little 2-bedroom, 1 bath. We didn't have any problems with it. It's a nice little space. I like to crack that right there. But we were upstairs, and Forrest G used to be pretty calm, but then he got to where he likes to run and jump. So the maintenance guy told us one time, the maintenance guy said he was down below, the apartment below us. And he was doing some work. Forrest G, we were up there in the apartment, he was running around doing his jumping. And the maintenance guy said, sounded like there was a horse up there on the ceiling. A friend of mine said, what? He said, yeah, I thought there was a horse galloping around on the roof. That's what the maintenance guy said. So we have to watch things like that. You know, if you have small kids and you move into an apartment or a condo where there's people below you, obviously you have to be concerned about that. But especially with Forrest G, we have to be concerned about the noise. And what we've done here, not because of the noise, because this is a house, but just to add them this play area, we actually bought them to put under the pool. You know, these padded like wafer things. Now these are pretty thick. We bought them at Ace Hardware. They're not like the real thin ones you buy at the toy store. These are thick, where if somebody, takes a header and tries to bust their head on the floor, it's gonna save them. So we put those under the pool, and we had that big long pool. We ended up buying some more. Well, the pool is gone, but we put these in spaces wherever he's playing, for safety, and he can jump around. And I said, you know what? Wherever we move to, these blocks are coming with us. And if they get wore out, which they're very durable, none of them is wore out. We're going to take this to wherever we go, put them on the floor. It makes a great play area, especially if there's somebody below us. It's going to cut down on the noisy horse significantly. So anyhow, if you got kids, or especially if you get a swimming pool, put that padding underneath there, so if somebody jumps in, you don't want them busting their head on the concrete or even the hard ground. And it saves the bottom of the pool too. They're worth it. I think we went through 2 pools. Two pools. They tear up in a month or so, but those blocks, they'll last for years. All right, so it looks like the temp is way up there already. The temp's way up there already. No problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this party started. I'm gonna get these wings on here. Again, I'll show you what I'm working with here. Look at those wings right there. Got that natural sunlight. It's hot, but I love it. Look at those wings. Pretty good looking wings from Fresh Options. Fresh Options is where we buy our meat. I don't want to say they're all over the Philippines, but there are many locations in the Philippines. The meat it's refrigerated. It's in refrigerated cases. There's no flies. You go to these local markets, what a lot of people refer to as wet markets. Here we just call it the market. Living over here, when people start talking about wet markets, it just doesn't click because we just call it the market. Anyhow, wet markets, right? The local markets. They'll slaughter those hogs in the morning, for example, We slaughter them in the morning, no refrigeration, take them straight next door or wherever to the market, and that meat lays out there all day long. They might put some ice around it, but not much. It flies all over. That's why I always cook my meat well done here in the Philippines. No, I don't mess around. Y'all can say I burn the meat. I don't care what you say. Ain't nobody getting sick off my cooking. Lamps and Sharp, stainless steel, barbecue tongs. I'll tag them. There you go, YouTube. They're prominently displayed. Y'all seen them?
Daddy,
Had these things since 2018 or 19. Made in America. Yes, ma'am.
can I put the nose up there?
Let Papa do this. I'll let you paint them later, though. Okay? Is that a deal? She likes to paint. She wanted to put them on there, but while I'm filming and talking to you fine folks out there, I'll just go ahead and handle this part of the show. I'll teach you how to put them on here later, okay?
I already know how.
Oh, you already know how? Well, then why don't I just let you do the barbecue show then? Daddy let you do them next time, okay? When I'm... You know what? I'll give those other gloves to you because they're long.
Oh, Boris!
Whoa! Okay. I think we're back recording. Let me check one more time. Got a little technical malfunction thanks to my son, but everything's okay. Now, I would do a lot more live streams, and that's what I really want to do. It's just live stream this. Live streams are so much easier because it's really the way to do it. I go film for like 3 hours, then I got to sit down and edit. It takes me all day to compress that down to an hour. It's a lot of hours. When you do a live stream, it's from the time, it takes 30 minutes or so to set up the thumbnail and get everything, sort of optimized. But once you hit go live, all the action is between go live and in broadcast. And when you hit in broadcast, there's a little bit of polishing up on click, 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 but there ain't no editing. You're done. Live streaming is the way to go. That's what I want to do. I've intended to do that many times, but with our lifestyle, me watching the children, it's very difficult. And maybe that's what y'all want to see, shit that just happened. Before she just goes over there, grabs a tripod, and a lot of times he uses it as a jungle gym. But when you're trying to do live stuff and watch two kids, it's sort of too risky, too dangerous. You don't know what's going to go down. Maybe they get to fighting or something, play fighting, so, sibling rivalry. It's sort of risky to do it live. Kids are getting a little rowdy. OSD has to intervene. This thing here, this Zulu, is a champion. I got this at a thrift shop in Montana. So it was secondhand when I got it. But out of all the plastic water bottles I brought back, this is the only one that's still standing, that still works. It ain't broke. This is like Filipino proof. Now, the minute I say that, they'll break it tomorrow. But it's Zulu. I think you can get them at Walmart. You pop the top on there, so you can drink it like that. And it comes out real easy. It's just got a good ergonomic handle. And we have used the hell out of that. And you can use that to work out. Baby, check it out. I got them 26-inch guns. Baby, did you get your ticket? To the gun show, baby. To the gun show. What about your bus ticket? Did you get your bus ticket?
Expensive.
Yeah, it's a little bit expensive, but you got to get to the gun show, baby. Here, drink some water. You'll feel better.
No, I just drink water. No, someone do
Okay,
that.
well, don't worry about it then, but just set it down. I don't want to have to bend over. Yeah. Well, Forrest G decided to go over there, grab my tripod, and flip it over. Quickly, trust me. You see, I can't be taking children to the CR or get something to drink or wipe runny noses, stuff like that when I'm on a live stream. But that is real life. It's kind of funny how, I've been doing live streams for years, but recently, in the past few years, they changed the name to IRL streams. I didn't know what that was. One of y'all fine folks out there told me what it means. It means in real life. I know that now, but I didn't know what it was when I first saw it. What the fuck is an IRL stream? Oh, you mean a live stream? It's just the new name that these young bucks have given it. You should just call it a live stream. Now you got to call it an IRL, in real life stream. Sometimes I think I've been in this game just too long. I'm out of touch. My mindset is still back when I published my first video, like 2,300 videos ago. 2013, I think it was, or 2012. 2012, I think. 2012 is when I fired up the channel. I'll tell you what, if you're a drinker, the key to not being tempted by alcohol, if you're used to having a cold drink when you're barbecuing,
Come here.
okay? The key, watch out, sweet babies. I don't know what music this is here. The key, if you're, used to being a hard drinker, which I love to barbecue, drink beer, and all that good stuff, but the key to not being tempted, you got to substitute the cold beer with cold drinks in like a wine glass or a beer glass. So you set the conditions for the same lifestyle, sorta, but you're not drinking the beer. That's why I like drinking cold drinks, cold water, or especially if I got grape juice, orange juice, anything cold, I like drinking it out of my wine glass. And if I had a beer mug, I drink out of that too. Just keeps up the lifestyle. I said I was done, but never say never. I might go back to drinking. Coming up on 2 years. Baby, when was it? April? I think it was 2 years. Be 2 years in April. Haven't had not one lick of alcohol. Zero. Just quit cold turkey. I still have a Jack and Coke in the ref with one Sandbig light. Stares me in the face every time I open the refrigerator door here in the Philippines. And when I go home to Thailand, I got 3 tall, cold Singhais in the ref. Been in there, coming up on 2 years. I just leave them in there. They're beautiful cans. So I'm lucky in that sense, I turn it off when I want to, turn it back on when I want to. There's no physical addicted stuff like that. It's just, I like to party, I like to drink beer, I like to taste. I like the taste of Jack Daniels. I like German beer, I like Miller Lite. And shout out to my buddy, man. He said, man, I almost brought you some Miller Lite this trip, but I knew that if I brought that Miller Lite, you're gonna be drinking them. Yep, I would have drank them. He said, I don't want to tempt you like that. And I was like, well, I guess I appreciate it, but I'm like, fuck, damn, should have brought them Miller Lights. So if anybody shows up over here and brings some Miller Lite, I am not going to turn it down. I am not prepared to turn down a cold Miller Lite, and I will probably extend that to a Coors Light. But Miller Lite, 100%. If somebody showed up, if Yeti had a cooler delivered full of Miller Lite on ice, I'd have to drink the whole thing right then and there. Big shout out to Yeti. I love their cups. I still have one mug left. What do we got? One left out of all those I have. Big Pumpkin destroyed my favorite coffee mug. But I'd love to have a Yeti cooler, but I just can't. I can't swing the money on it. I'm not there yet. I get to Hollywood, oh yeah. But if Yeti wants to send me one, I'm sure that it would probably be featured in all of my barbecue shows prominently. Like these Lamson Sharp barbecue tools made in America by the good folks somewhere up on the East Coast. I can't remember. Baby, you see old single dad trying to barbecue? Can you take over to move our son back over there into the safety zone? It's the hot zone over here.
Baby, Forrest, come here.
All right, Mother of the Year. You win Mother of the Year. Ha, not. That ain't never gonna happen. We fathers are the better parents. We always will be, always have been. People spend billions of dollars on Mother's Day, and what do we get for Father's Day? Mostly nothing. You get a cheap ass tie from the clearance rack at Walmart. Nowadays, I think it's more of a joke. Just ask her, baby, what'd you get me for Father's Day, last Father's Day?
When did you give me a Mother's
Nothing.
Day?
When have you ever got me something for Father's
When
Day?
did you give me a Mother's Day?
Never. Maybe I get you flowers, chocolates. I took you out to eat. I cooked you a good meal. Whose friends are watching my show? Maria says her friends at school. How does this happen? Her friends at school are watching our show. Well, shout out to you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. It's a family-friendly show these days, for the most part. The early shows aren't exactly, ain't exactly family-friendly. All right, let's check them out here. I think they need another turn. That sun is just beautiful going down. I think I could have used some more charcoal, Big Pumpkin. No, I got some. I just saying I didn't put enough, I think. My bad. I needed more charcoal in the chimney.
Big one? No, it's just small one. This one? Oh, the invoice.
So, I got songs over here from just a downloaded songs. Seems like some Christmas music just kicked in. But what happened? The internet got taken out again today. I say taken out, I don't see any obvious breaks in the line, but you know, when you get that red blinking light of death, something's happened to the fiber optic line. So maybe you were there when we paid the bill. My gosh, your memory is worse than a horse. So it goes down, but what I do, I just get some load and I send a quick email, right, before I run out of load, because usually I ain't got like 20 pesos to load. As long as I got enough load to send that one email to Converge. Shout out to Converge. Best internet in the Philippines, Converge. Trust me. Trust me. I fire them one email. I don't need to log in. I don't need to do this, do that, do this. Now they do have an app. They have all those options, right? But I'm a simple person. Old school single dad. Fires off one email because I got 20 pesos worth of load. And boom. A minute or two, you get a return email, ticket number, okay, you're in the queue. Like 15 minutes later, hey, we checked it, your account's active, there's no signal or something about the fiber on our end, we're dispatching the field crew. That's it, I'm in the queue. Now I'm just waiting on the field crew guys to get out here. There's no huge hassle, right? That's how I do it. Is there an app? Yeah, fuck them apps. Okay, I don't want to deal with no app. I'm tired of apps. I don't want to deal with AI. Talk to no chat bot. Send him a damn email. Send a dude out here. That's all I want you to do. Enough technology. That's the one complaint I have about Maria's school. It's a complaint, but it's not. I mean, the school is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Every day I ask her what she learned. She comes home and, or right then, she can rattle it off what she learned. What'd you learn today? We learned about whatever.
Faces of the moon.
The phases of the moon. She learned about the phases of the moon. She learned about different land masses, bodies of water. She's learning every day. Versus the other school, what'd you learn? Well, we got this dance routine. There's pros and cons to both. I love the schools, but here's the difference. This school right here, you got to log in. She got like 5, I don't know how many logins. Logins to email, to Google Classroom, to online stuff to log into, to look at the grades. I got to look in some portal. There's too much technology. And I said, you know what? I'm not dealing with none of this. I told her teacher, who looked at me like, you know, a little bit crazy, but I said, look, I ain't got time for all that. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I ain't got time for all that. Okay? Just tell me what her grades are, what she needs to improve on, and is there any behavioral problems, discipline problems. And that's what I focus on in the meetings. I ain't got time every day to read all the stuff they put out. They're wonderful people. It's the technology, and I'm sure if you got kids going to school in the States, it's probably the same way. But who here in the modern age, myself included, who has time, an extra 30 minutes a day to read all the shit that the school sends in different logins and portals? I ain't got the time. So I just put it, I'm not tracking on that shit. If there's something important, you know, usually find out through the Ciroc girls anyhow. But when I go to the teacher meetings, give me the grades, what she needs to improve on, and if there's any behavioral problems. We'll take it from there. Their school in Cebu, they still send home paper report cards. I love it. Just show me the report card. Let me see the report card. That's all I want to see. All right? Here, technology.
I've just got 30 out of 30 in Finalizing.
Yeah, most times she gets 30 out of 30, 29 out of 30. Most of her stuff she gets 100% on. The one thing that she struggles on is what?
Filipino.
Filipino. Why? Because it's in Tagalog. She went down to Fatima's village, and plus she listens to Fatima all day. The Ciroc girls, Fatima's family, they speak Bisaya. The tests and everything here is in Tagalog, so her Tagalog is rusty. But to be honest, I don't care. I care about science, math, history, English, social studies. If she's failing Filipino, I don't care. That's just me. Because how are we going to improve? The mother speaks Bisaya, all the friends speak Bisaya, the family speaks Bisaya. What am I going to do? Hire a Tagalog tutor? I could go have her sit at the Sari store and listen to Tagalog, but does Ate Chat speak Tagalog or Bisaya? She speaks Tagalog? Okay, Maria, to improve on your Filipino subject, you go sit at the Sari store for 1 hour a day. Sound like a good plan? I don't think she's down with that. The sun is starting to go down. It's just gorgeous. It's just absolutely gorgeous. No matter where you're at in the world, just enjoy as many sunrises and sunsets as you possibly can. What I'm also looking at, you can't see, I'm looking at the outline of mountains over towards Zambales. Got banana plants, there's a mango tree. And I can't really see it unless I hang over the corner here, and I can't see it. But Mount Arayat is off in that direction, right? So I don't have the view of Mount Arayat, but I've got the outlines of the mountains, like on the far side of Clark over there towards, in the direction of Zambales. Now, another fun fact. Let me see if I'm still recording. I might be talking to myself here. Nope, iPhone's still rolling like a champion. Okay, at the same time every night, what time is it? About 5:30, right? At about 5:30, a colony of bats start appearing at a pretty high altitude. I've talked about it before. They're at about 200 feet. So we're not sure where they come out of, but they're coming from, they would be coming from the west, and they fly sort of east. But they're up and like, look at there, I'm pointing in the sky. There's a commercial aircraft just departing from Clark. They're about 200 feet when we see them. You know, and the colonies just come in this direction, and then a few of them will drop down low. But that's why I didn't notice them when I first started hanging out here and barbecuing, because they were at such a high altitude. Anyhow, there's a colony of bats. Where they live, I don't know, but it's somewhere to the west of us. And that sun is just going down. You see the outline of that mountain over to the left. Just gorgeous, folks. It's life's simple pleasures. You know how much does it cost to watch a sunset and to barbecue? Yeah, we just eat up here, baby. We just eat up here. It is so cool up here. I'm telling you, like right now, that wind on my back is starting to get so cool. I almost need to go put a t-shirt on.
She's licking her lips again, Marco.
Right. Alright, so still need a little bit more. Can you see, baby, that I'm trying to run an award-winning, world-famous travel show? You're over there yakking to children. Gosh.
Every day.
Hey, you're not gonna win Mother of the Year talking like that. Well, I don't think you'll ever win Mother of the Year, to be honest, but it's just not your forte, baby. Nor would you win Miss Congeniality in a million years. Now that sun's starting to peek down below, I guess that's the neighbor's roof. It's just gorgeous. But this sunset here is very localized. It's usually very localized. Where the sunset down at the bait shack, it lit up the entire sky. I'm talking about over that water, it just lit up the entire sky. We're sitting out on that balcony. I mean, it was like a panoramic sunset. Just absolutely gorgeous. I sort of missed the bait shack. Baby, are you taking Forest G with you? Okay. All right, y'all take a break. All right, they're gonna take a break. Anyhow, I do miss the bait shack down there. Such a beautiful place. Let's talk about that. Suburban lifestyle training here in Angeles City will be completed in about, I don't know, what, 90 days? 3 months, somewhere in there, give or take a little bit, whenever the kids finish school. It'll be the end of suburban lifestyle training. Living in this suburban neighborhood, which it's so quiet here. It gets a little noisy here at like around 5 o'clock because the construction workers all get off at the same time. They're building some new houses, so you'll hear some loud motorbikes go by, but they don't live here. They're just the construction guys. For the most part, it's so quiet here. This is the most quietest place I've ever lived in the Philippines. And, you know, I'll be honest with you, there's $1 million homes in here. We're living around high society. There's a few of us middle class and lower middle class and a few poorer folks. There's a couple of apartments in here, but for the most part, $1 million homes. Now, this is stating the obvious, but living around rich people is a lot different than living around poor people, right? If you're living in a neighborhood, Beverly Hills versus living in Joe's trailer park, it's different. So we've been living around professional people, people with money, you know, 9, 10 o'clock. Everybody goes to bed. They got to get up and go to work the next day. They got to do business. They're not out doing videoke till 4, 5, 6, 7 in the morning getting drunk every night. It's quiet here. I mean, it's so quiet that you don't even know you're in the Philippines. But in a few months, we will be departing this location. Where we're going is yet to be determined. Life is short. I'm 53. I got 20 more good ones. 20 different locations, 20 different countries, 20 different lifestyles before it's time for me to sit in a rocking chair and start to slow down. What, baby?
Of course, she's still here. I need to hang the clothes.
Well, the last time he was here, he slam dunked my tripod over there.
Yeah, just look at him now. Don't let him go in the tripod, huh?
No, baby, he's fine. I'm just joking. Hey, come take a look at these wings. Let me know what you think. Yeah, they're not yet done, but what do you think? They're looking pretty good so far?
Yeah.
Baby, I'm trying to run an award-winning travel show. Nobody wants to see that. Yeah, her friends in school are watching middle-aged single mom doing dirty dancing type activity. Yeah, so they need a little bit more. I'm a redneck. I always go scarce on the charcoal. Just what I need, right? I don't like to waste things. She puts so much in there, like probably 2 to 3 times what I do. And then by the time we're done cooking, it'll still stay hot for another hour. You could cook 3-4 more meals. It's very wasteful. But she never runs the chance of not getting the cook done. I'll give her that. But she's very wasteful on the ooling. Now see, it's just got that orange glow, but it's just localized. It's a localized sunset. The bait shack is just panoramic. That's how I would describe the differences in the sunsets. 8675309, 8675309. It's so funny when you go and you see these, classic hits or whatever. And you're like, what the hell are you talking about? I don't remember when that song came out. It's just like it was yesterday. Come on, keep moving on. Moving on over there. Maria, help me out here. See? Do everything. I do everything around here. What's she doing down there? She claims she's folding clothes. She ain't folding clothes down there. She's down there listening to some type of Tagalog ghost story, some shit like that. Claims she down there folding clothes. I don't see no clothes being folded. A few months, this suburban lifestyle. It's time for a change. I'm glad that the children and Big Pumpkin got to experience, living in this type of neighborhood and this type of house. It refined them a little. I wouldn't say a lot. I guess it's how you look at it, but if you end up dating or marrying a Filipino from a village, just get a small place and buy bamboo furniture. That's my best advice, and it will keep your blood pressure a lot lower. You buy a big house with nice furniture, it's just going to elevate your blood pressure. And truth be told, they don't like big houses. They certainly don't like staying in big houses by themselves. When they see a big house, they're thinking ghosts. Is there a ghost in there? That's just the way it is. And then if they have to stay the night by themselves, they're scared shitless. Where a small place, they're not afraid. So you get a chick from the village, she's not impressed by big houses. They really don't like them. That's my personal opinion. And all the girls I've dated, they have been from the province, from the small village. Big houses mean ghosts and too much work. They're not interested in that. And nice furniture will get destroyed. Like you saw that nice furniture I bought down. We were living in her hometown. It didn't last a year around her family. My gosh. Bamboo. Buy the bamboo, and if you end up moving, just give the shit away. Go to the next place and buy more bamboo. You're stimulating the local economy. You can't tear the stuff up. Somebody spills something on it, it don't affect your blood pressure. People put their feet up on it, nobody cares. All right. Bamboo furniture is your friend here in the Philippines. You know how when you're cooking wings, you know when they're starting to get done, they just get light. You know what I mean? They get light and more nimble to move around on the grill. Like, oh, that thing's almost done. You can judge it by like how heavy it is. Like that one right there still needs a lot. That one right there still needs a lot, even though it's small. I could barbecue even if I lost my vision by the weight. This sauce, many of y'all have seen it many times before. For my first time viewers, this is our secret sauce, and it's not rocket science. It's not like a family secret. But basically, this is the pork bulgogi sauce. It's a spicy pork bulgogi sauce. We used to just get it at the Korean store, but you can get it at a lot of different places. It's at the SM. We use the pork, not the chicken. Mixed with some barbecue sauce, soy sauce, a little bit of spices, herbs and spices in there. And the key to this, it's spicy, and most Filipinos don't like the spiciness. That's why she mixes it. It's just got a hint of spicy, and everybody loves it. But if you go too heavy on the mixture and put too much bulgogi sauce, they won't like it, because most Filipinos, they don't like that spice like Thai people do. That's my personal experience. So if you go too spicy, you run the risk of some people not being able to eat it. But she's got the mixture down to where everybody loves it. And again, it's just the spicy pork bulgogi sauce from Korea, and a mixture of barbecue, soy sauce. I keep saying I'm going to do a video and show y'all exactly how she makes it. It's my creation. She's tweaked it a bit. I've tweaked it a bit. But that's what we use on every barbecue cook now, and everybody loves it. Temperature's still holding up there. So that's what I do. Once they get about 90%, 90 to 95% done, I put them up on this top rack in what I call bake mode, and that's when I paint them. Okay, we used to marinate a lot of meat, and what I like to do is like marinate them in some Worcestershire sauce, and then when you're grilling, you put the barbecue sauce or whatever you're gonna do. She would marinate them in whatever, and then you end up burning the sauce because it's on there during the entire cook. So what we do now, we don't marinate them. If I had some Worcestershire sauce, I would. We don't marinate the meat. Just throw it on there naked, maybe with a little salt and pepper, maybe some spices, but usually just naked. Just put the meat on there, take it to 95%, then paint it, put it up top. It just caramelizes it without burning it. That's what we do. Maybe that's common knowledge. Maybe that's what everybody does. I don't know. But you know, there's more than one way to skin a cat. I got the kids out here. Old Gordon Ramsay, he don't know my techniques. He don't know single dad's secret barbecue tips. He don't know about this. They don't teach that in culinary school. Whoa, get that fly out of there. The sauce is expensive, man. It's a private residence here. Gosh. I mean, I listen to a lot of country music. Listen to a lot of Jason Aldean these days. Hey, over there, man. He gets hungry, he starts sneaking in trying to steal a chicken wing. Listen to a lot of country music. Jason Aldean, I'm a country music fan, right? So don't get me wrong, I listen to country, classic rock. But lately I've been a lot of Jason Aldean and 80s music. These kids wake up every day to 80s music. I just hit play on the playlist and boom, little Journey kicks it off with Don't Stop Believing. They're growing up listening to 80s music. Ain't that right, Maria? You like Papa's music in the morning? 80s music? No? Well, you'll learn to love it. Of course, when she's around her friends, they listen to, what's the name of that? Beanie? Somebody called Beanie, or a group called Beanie. I don't know what they do.
It's a girl group.
No, it's a girl group. But here at old single dad's crib, we listen to country music, 80s music, classic rock, all the good stuff. Ain't no more greats. You know, there's no more George Jones. There's no more CCR. Those are things of the past. I mean, name some famous band or group or singer right now that's gonna be legendary, like all these folks before. There ain't none. Okay, they might be good right now. They're not legends. They're not gonna be legends. They're just not. I mean, even like, who's that chick? Taylor Swift. Okay, apparently she's got a lot of money and fame. I can name one song. Shake It Off, Shake It Off, Shake It Off. That's about all I know. Not legendary. Not George Jones, Merle Haggard, Reba McEntire, Tammy Wynette. All the legends. I saw something on these awards that just came around. I think it was some Grammy Awards. Don't know nothing about it. They said Justin Bieber was there. Okay, wonderful. Why the hell is he there? And then he performed in his boxer shorts. Who the hell wants to see that? Yeah. We're just not producing any more legends. Ooh, that one got a little charred. Got one with a little char on it. That one's got a little bit of char. So I got one ready for bake mode. Okay, you want to come paint? Now listen, if your brother follows you over here, you're going to have to not paint. Come over here and try to paint this one right here in the corner. Paint that guy right there. Here. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Just paint them up. There you go. Good job. Easy butter roll. Alright, paint the other side of that dude. Easy, man. Easy. Come over here now. Where's she? So he sees these wings. He wants to sneak in and try to get them. MTV. Come on, put it on there heavy. Come on, put some heavy paint on there. Heavy. Get some more paint. More paint. More cowbell. There you go. My MTV. Money for nothing. Paint them up. Yeah, if something happened to my barbecue tools, I'd immediately have to order another one of these tongs. Hey, what's that tripod? I've been barbecuing with this thing so long, I just couldn't barbecue without it. He brought us the tailgater set, comes with the spatula, but you know, we never make hamburgers. I never use that, and I never use the tongs. But you can get the 3-piece set for like $100. But if I have one tool that I'll fight you over, it's these tongs. You can have these tongs if you can pry them out of my cold, dead hands. They're just very ergonomic, high quality stainless steel. The old lady and or friends and family, I'm not sure who did it, but lost the leather lanyard off of it. It's got a little leather lanyard. I never used it, but it pissed me off that somebody lost it. You know what I mean? Because the other ones still have the little leather lanyards. That's what you get when you let other people use your tools. We all know that, right? Loan your tools to your brother-in-law. He never brings them back. If he does, they're broke, right? Don't you just hate loaning out tools? Brother-in-law or a neighbor, they're always going to fuck them up. Just what happens. But if your wife's family here in the PI gets a hold of anything, they're going to break it. They're going to mess it up. Guaranteed. See how I was double dipping on the raw meat, right? It's quite obvious. It's difficult trying to explain to Big Pumpkin that, hey, by using the brush, we're double dipping. That means that there's raw meat juice. Oh, there's a fly. There's raw meat juice in there, so we can't set it on the table and use it for a dip. That's why I tell her, you make too much. 50-50 it. Put some on the table as a dip, but once we dip the brush in there after it's touched the raw meat, you can't use it. She still don't understand it. They don't understand food safety, food handling safety, cross-contamination. It's just not taught here like it is in the West. So we're constantly battling her over that. So usually to prevent it, I just got to pour it out. That's really the only way. If you need to be 100% sure she's not going to take it down there and sneak it in and try to use it, you got to dump it out. Just some of the challenges you'll deal with here. She'll let food sit out all day long, all night, try to eat it the next day. Constant battle with food handling safety. Usually what I do, if I go into the kitchen and there's food that's not in the refrigerator that's sitting out, I throw it in the trash and it kills them. That's how I battle it. Now if I'm not here, they're gonna let stuff sit out for days. But if I'm here, then they're a little bit cautious because they know I'll throw it in the trash. So I'm filming this video on this iPhone, and this is an iPhone 16. I was gonna try to do the live stream, but my internet is out and the signal from this patio, it's okay, but it's not stellar. I said, all right, let me just record it. But you know, there was a time period where I did a lot of videos on iPhones. I was using the iPhone 8 Plus way back in the day. Stabilization sucked. Footage when I'm walking is horribly shaky. A lot of my early stuff, it's unwatchable because it's so shaky. But back then, I was just drinking beer and having a good time. And so a lot of the live streams I've done has been with better cameras, the big cameras, piped in through the laptop. But this last live stream that we did over on Beloit Beach, overlooking Subic Bay, it actually turned out pretty well. With this iPhone, the footage is watchable after the fact. Because what I experienced was people will watch your live stream, but usually the footage coming out of a phone is so shitty, they won't watch it after that. Nobody's gonna sit down and rewatch it. But if you shoot a live stream with a good camera, the big cameras, well, it becomes evergreen, it's watchable. Well, hell, that live stream, at least when we were sitting there filming the barbecue action, putting that fish on there, it's beautiful footage coming out of this damn iPhone 16. I was quite surprised when I sat down and looked at it after it uploaded. It's actually pretty good footage. Hey, it's not ready yet, man. It's not ready yet, Buddy Row. Yeah, he's a hungry boy. He's a hungry boy. He's an impatient hungry boy when he gets hungry. Him and his mother are not patient. I love you, man. You just gotta wait on these wings, okay? Just a little while longer. All right. So let's see how these things are looking. Put a little bit more sauce on there. Again, I just don't know why she makes up so much sauce. Too much sauce she makes up. I go heavy on it. what's cooking, folks. You put the meat on the heat. Add some sauces and spices, vegetables. Cooking ain't rocket science. Best chefs in the world, grandma or your mother. Never had a day of formal training. Just OJT. On the job, in the kitchen experience. Cooking for a house full of kids or grandkids every day. Those are the world's best chefs. They don't really get a lot of recognition. But just these food shows, they just crack me up, you know. People are so serious. They didn't position the parsley quite properly with the tweezers. Now somebody's devastated to the point they need counseling. How do we get to that? It boils down to it's the entertainment business. But you see them cooks and chefs, whatever you want to call them on there, they're taking it way too serious. People crying over somebody telling them they don't like their food. Your parsley's not positioned properly. It's ridiculousness. You get hungry enough, every one of y'all out there would love my cooking. If you don't, you just ain't hungry enough. Like that old joke from Hee Haw. They laid back talking about dogs. One quick said, you know, I tried to feed my dog that cheap dog food, but he didn't like it. The other dude said, yeah, mine didn't either for the first 2 weeks. You get hungry enough, you'll eat that old Roy. Check them out. I think they may need about 5 more minutes. How they look, baby? Looking pretty good. I just put some new sauce on them. This dude's getting real hungry over here, baby. You think they done? Huh? I tell you, I just now, you gotta leave them on there a little bit because I just now painted them. Leave them on there just a little bit. I just repainted them. So don't paint them no more. If they're almost done, don't paint them no more, okay? Yeah, put that sauce in the sink, sweetie. We can't use any more of it. Thank you, sweetie girl. The big pumpkin, we can't use that sauce now. Okay, well don't try to use it as a dip, all right? Because it's been double dipped with the raw meat juice. Now, why are you wearing that on your head?
I feel hot.
You feel hot, so you're gonna put.
I want my hair is not touching my face.
Oh, you want your hair out of your face. You know, if you're hot, I would think that thing would make your head even hotter. The forehead warmer.
I want my
You hungry for us, G? Why are you so pretty, baby? Don't put it around your neck. That's like a choker. All right, so I'll take you out here. Show you the outline. So you can see the mountains over there. You see the outline of the mountains. Then there's a mountain over there. Yeah, it's pretty windy right now. The wind just kicked up. Now don't be nibbling on them. There you go. There, got a light on this phone. Too easy. You get all of them? You get all of them in there?
Yeah. Oh, downstairs.
That's what we're working with right there. I always say the best camera for YouTube is the Osmo Pocket 3. And I believe it is in many ways, especially if you're shooting low light. If you're not shooting low light, just get the Action 6. But if you're doing low light, you can't beat the OP3. But this phone with this little wireless mic system, it's too easy. You want to get into YouTube, pull out your iPhone, buy this Hollyland wireless mic. It's like $100. If I remember properly, I'll put a link down in the description. That's all you need. Get your little tripod with a clamp. Don't get too fancy. How's the food, everybody?
Delicious. I like the noodles.
Yeah, noodles are jam up. Try my masterpiece here. My goodness. It's just got that right amount of spice. How do you describe it? It's just the perfect amount of spice for the average person. I'll leave you a little bit on this one, okay? Well, there you go. You know you're gonna nibble that. Good night, everyone. That ain't muscle, baby. That's flab. Who are you fooling? Good night, everybody. See y'all on the next one. Peace out.